What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We've got a fun Civivi we're going to be unboxing and doing a quick first impressions review on for you. Before we get too far into this, thank you to AZ USA. Went ahead and got this from them earlier today, so I'm absolutely excited to unbox this and get into it. But before we go too far, thank you to anybody who has liked and subscribed to our channel already. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below or the little logo in the corner, and that'll let you know when we got new content coming out. We're going to continue to make it. We'd love for you to see it. Also, head over to Instagram, like us at or follow us at WorkKnifeBalance939. We post content over there. We let you know when cool stuff is going on, and then it's a great way to connect with us too. You can communicate and let us know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, all that fun stuff. So yeah, our unboxing knife today, so fittingly, is going to be the Civivi Mini Praxis. So we'll go ahead and get into this guy right here. All right, let's see if we can get this open. This is one that I've seen around on a couple other channels already, and it's got a pretty good reputation so far. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, so I wanted to hold off for a little bit. After holding one from the shop, I really enjoy it. So we'll see what's going on as we get into this. So, all right, typical Civivi stuff. You got your Elementum sticker, the Civivi logo sticker, product and warranty information, cleaning cloth, and this nice little Civivi zipper case. Set that stuff to the side, and we'll go ahead and get the knife out. That is right, this might look familiar to some of y'all. This is the Qubit, Civivi Qubit. I really like it after getting it in my hands. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I didn't really like this little wave here for a bottle opener, but after getting it in my hand, feeling it, the aluminum scales, I absolutely love this thing. This is a really nice EDC knife, has a really good weight with the aluminum scales, feels really nice, not too slick, not too smooth on it. You get a little bit of, it's not texturing, but you do get a little bit of grippiness to it with those aluminum scales in there. It does come with the ambidextrous deep carry pocket clip, which is pretty nice. And then you have dual thumb studs. You can do a little reverse flick if you need to, or you can thumb stud out, and then the button lock as well. So while we've got it open, let's go ahead and do some quick measurements on this thing. Tip to tail, we are looking just under 7 1/4. We'll say 7.2. Blade length, we are looking at about 3 inches with about 2.75 on the cutting edge. You do have a really nice choke up finger choil in here. You can actually, depending on the size and thickness of your fingers, you could actually get a finger in here, which is really nice. You've got a good amount of jimping on the back too, and the button lock is absolutely fantastic. I don't think anybody does button locks better than CJRB, but Civivi has a really nice button lock as well, and they do have a really good feel to it. This is kind of a not light detent. Button locks don't really have like a true detent, I don't think, but it does feel really nice. It's easy to whip out, it's easy to get around, so you don't have to button and open it like that. You can thumb stud and get a really good feel on it too. It's a lot thinner than I expected it to be too. I guess I wasn't expecting to be like a beefy knife, but it feels thin in your hand too. You got these really cool little pillars in the back right here, so there's no backspace or anything. You have a nice kind of skeletonized look to it, having that hollow point there, right there. Kind of slims down on the weight too, which is nice. I wouldn't mind having a backspacer built in for this guy right here, just to add a little bit more weight into the handle, but it's not bad. The blade profile is really nice, and I really like the grind that they put on it. I believe it's just a flat grind all the way through. So it's a really nice flat grind that goes all the way down there. Drop point blade. It feels really good. Looks really slicey. Has a nice belly on it. We'll do some of our normal comparisons, then I got some other comparisons we'll pull out here real quick. But here's the Ontario Rat 1 for y'all up top, and then the Ontario Rat 2 down below. So you can see it's a little bit smaller in that size, Rat 2 size right there, which is going to be a good comparison. It's going to be a little bit girthier, and the blade's obviously got a bigger profile to it with a smaller cutting edge, but it is going to be a really nice comparison to it. We got the Para 2 up top, and we'll go ahead and pull the Para 3 down below. Going to be a really close comparison in that Para 3 right there. The handle's got a little bit more neutral platform with the Qubit, but it does have a good comparison in size. Pocket comparison, as you're carrying these two, is going to be fairly similar as well too. So if we put those butt to butt with the clip right there, you can see they've actually got a pretty good pocket comparison size right there. Both going to be a tip up carry. The deep carry clip on this one makes it a better choice in my opinion, but if you need a good beater, the pair 2, pair 3 is not a bad choice ever. So yeah, with this being a bottle opener, I'm curious if we can now officially classify this as a Civivi multi-tool. A knife being a tool, you got the cutting edge for one, and the bottle opener being a second part of a tool, you now have two things, multi, more than one. I wonder if you could classify this knife as a multi-tool technically. So I would say yes. So you've got a Civivi multi-tool, a 2-tool knife, which is kind of cool. I don't really use bottle openers nowadays. Most places I would use a bottle opener. Bottles have twist tops too, so that's nothing crazy. The one thing I think this is going to do, and I've seen on a couple channels, is it is going to compare quite greatly with the Elementum 2 button lock in Nitro V. You can see they've got very similar size. They are both button lock. They're both really nice. You have the Nitro V for the Elementum 2. You got 14C28N for the Qubit, excuse me. And the back flipper for the Elementum 2. And then you've got the thumb studs for the Qubit. So I think it's kind of going to be a preference thing almost. I mean, well, obviously it's going to be a preference thing. That was a stupid comment. But do you like back flippers? Do you like thumb studs? That's kind of gonna be there. Some people were saying the Qubit's gonna be an Elementum killer. I don't think so. The Elementum's just been around too long. It's too classic. This has a little bit heavier feel to it too. So this is a lighter knife with the aluminum scales in there and the button lock to it right there. That's gonna be a good debate for a while. So go ahead and put the Elementum 2 button lock up there with the Qubit, and then let's also pull the Mini Praxis out, because this has been a more popular knife as of recent, because I believe you can get the Mini Praxis for like 35 bucks on Amazon or 40 bucks on Amazon, where the Qubit comes in. It's new, so it's not going to have the discounts that some of these other ones that have been around for a while, like the Mini Praxis, have. But the Qubit comes in about 66 to 68, depending upon the color variation you get and all that stuff. And the Elementum 2s come in at about 65. So these two are very close in pretty much every stature. You've got blade size, handle size, close size, comparable size as they carry as well. And then price too. This is going to be similar in size, but about half the cost in price. It is going to be a liner lock. And I believe most of these come in like a D2 or 10CR MOV, 9CR MOV, something like that. So these are going to be a much more budget version knife as well. The Mini Praxis are going to be, rather than both of those, with a better steel on those knives. But still, for an everyday beater, this is fantastic. 30 bucks can't beat it. But these two are going to be the close comparisons that I think. You have a different blade profile. I really like the Elementum blade profile, but I think this is probably going to get more carry time in my pocket, if I'm being honest. It just feels better a little bit, and it could be recency bias to having a new knife and just playing with it as well, but be curious to see what happens over time. But this will definitely still be part of my, or I guess if you've seen my other videos, this jade one is technically my wife's knife, but my collection that I have there. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Overall though, first comparisons for the Qubit, I really like it. I really like the flat grind on it coming through. That's going to be really nice and easy to mess with and handle. I love the blue aluminum. You can get it in a red and a black as well. So you can get a red with a black blade, and you can get an all blacked out version as well too. I think it would be really cool to do kind of a hardware swap, get a blue one and a black one, do a hardware swap into the black and blue. I have since really loved the black and blue since, if you've seen my Devo Mash, that one's in black and blue, and I've really liked the color scheme, so I've been leaning towards a lot of black and blue knives. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. This will be interesting to see how it develops and goes on. I wonder if they're going to make a larger version. I wouldn't. I think this is pretty nice as is. Really good ergos on this thing. Feels fantastic, even with that choke up there. I would like a little bit more jimping, because when you do choke up, now your thumb's back here. Kind of choke up and want to be able to push my thumb further forward. But you don't need to necessarily choke up. So yeah, good pinch grip. That blade stock is not super, I mean, it's a decent amount, and it thins out as it comes to the tip, but with that flat grind, it just feels fantastic there. We could probably try and do a quick, let's see. Yeah, this thing is gonna be slicey. Ugh, that was me, not the knife. Yeah, this thing is gonna be slicey. So that's probably gonna be one of my favorite things about this knife is the flat grind on it with the sliciness of the belly to that knife. That is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I'll go ahead and put a link to probably all three of the Civivi knives we showed here today, but the Qubit will be at the top of the link. So you can go ahead and pick one of those up if you want. Head over to AZ USA or just follow the Amazon link and pick one up there. As always, if you follow any of those Amazon links, they do support our channel, and we greatly appreciate any of the support you can give us to continue to do all this cool stuff. But yeah, we're not asking for it if you don't want to do it. So thank you very much. Look, there we go. 14C28. You can hardly see it because it is in there, but it is finally found it. I was looking for that. It is in there, but it is the same color as the satin finish. So 14C28N. I love how Civivi hides that. But yeah. All right, we're gonna finish this up. We're heading into a 12-minute video, and I was thinking this would be an 8-minute video. So until next time, see y'all later. TTFN.